I am Kim O'Connell, and I'm so happy to see you all here. I'm going to be leading the tour of the former Little Saigon here. Right here on this corner was an incredibly important establishment to Little Saigon called the Pacific Grocery Store. Does anyone remember the Pacific?
The thing I hope most is that people will realize that when they walk down the street, they're actually walking through many layers of history.
At the parapet of this building, you can see its name and its date, 1929. It's not often in Arlington, Virginia, you see a building that was built in 1929 that's still standing. So this place is magic to me.
I am the daughter of a Vietnamese immigrant. And my mother met my father, who was a white American soldier during the Vietnam War, and he married her and brought her here to the United States. So for me, it was just natural to want to study this place, talk about this place.
The fall of Saigon, it's devastating for the South Vietnamese.
In the mid-1970s, after the fall of Saigon and the end of the Vietnam War, Clarendon became a hub for Vietnamese refugees fleeing South Vietnam. And about 5 years ago, with support from a grant from Arlington County Government and the Virginia Humanities Council, we published a booklet called Echoes of Little Saigon. That booklet is largely based on oral history interviews that others did with members of the Vietnamese community that are stored in our Center for Local History at the library.
Does anyone have a guess about why did they come here? Why did they come to Clarendon, not downtown?
Because the metro was under construction then, this was not a very robust area of Clarendon at that time. It's hard to imagine that now, but a lot of the storefronts were empty. The rents to rent out those storefronts were quite low, so county landlords were more than happy to allow Vietnamese refugees to start businesses here. These people have fled their homeland, often under duress. So the idea of creating a community that they can support each other is incredibly important. Their first businesses are services, their goods, their recipe ingredients, there are things to serve this particular community. And then you see evidence of success and comfort and the beginnings of assimilation happen because it wasn't immediately that we had so many Vietnamese restaurants. That's what drew other people who weren't Vietnamese to this community. So eventually it did become a place that other people came to. And when the metro system was finished, all of a sudden county officials and landlords were saying, we want to revitalize this area. And so the rents started going up to the point that these newcomers who had just established their footholds here in America, just couldn't afford it. And some enterprising entrepreneurs from Little Saigon had noticed that there was an abandoned shopping mall. And they said, why don't we band together and open our Little Saigon down there? And that became the Eden Center that has its roots in this place. It's a sad story in a way that this community didn't last here, but there's a happy ending. Like they found a resolution for themselves that was lasting. Many, many different kinds of people have made Arlington what it is, and this is just one part of that story.